1970, we sure we did the forefront. Knowledge for selfish, for sure we did the work. Auditorium to basement of all faculty of law. We did represent, stand tall anywhere we go. Work hard and we shine, commitment, dedication. Neurosurgery, comedy, music, Nollywood. SOTK, Dr. Call, MC Casino. We did represent, stand tall anywhere we go. Great Uniben, great Uniben, great Uniben, great Uniben.
Hello viewers, welcome to another episode of the Uniben Alumni Series. As you know, this is a show where we promote Uniben alumni, we celebrate them while also promoting our alma mater, the University of Benin. On this episode, we are going to have a professional footballer who currently plies his trade with United FC of Dubai. He is a former Bendel insurance striker and goes by the name Imade Osanrihoy. He holds a Bachelor of Engineering degree from the Faculty of Engineering, University of Benin. Thank you so much, Imade, for joining us today.
Thank you very much, sir, for having me.
I'm
honored to be.
Yeah, it's great to have you, and thank you for keeping the Uniben flag flying, the purple and gold flag. You are doing so well, and we are so proud of you. Thank you. Let's start from here. Before this time, before maybe when you were playing street soccer in the street of Benin, did you always think you become a professional footballer?
Okay, right from the onset, I always have this dream of being a professional footballer, you understand? Because may he so rest in peace, my dad was a big pillar in my success as a footballer, you understand? So when I was growing up, our house is actually opposite a big primary school. You know, this is a public school now. So they usually feed opposite our house. So we used to train there almost every day. So most times after watching all these football games, maybe all those Super Eagles or Chelsea games, I'll go to my backyard and then you see me playing football. My dad will start telling me how to play and some other stuff on how to go about it. So right from when I was growing up, although in a bigger platform, I never envisaged that I would get to where I am today, but I always have this passion of playing football in a very big platform. But then my dad brought into my notice, was like, my son, it's not a bad thing for you to be a professional footballer, but I want you to do one thing. Don't let football be at the detriment of your education, you understand? One thing is to be a footballer, but another thing is to be educated. So he said, if you can strike a balance between the both, I won't be on your way. But if I make sure like you take this football very serious at the end, your academic will have to stop football, you understand? So when he told me because I watched him play, he's a goalkeeper. So unfortunately, he didn't make it to the bigger stage like I did, you understand? So he told me like if he has just focused more on the football aspect, and then after it later dawned on him that he couldn't make it in the professional sector, it'd be hard for him to fall back to have to start bidding cash. So you understand? So yeah, find a way to strike a balance. But when the football didn't actually go well as planned, according to him, so he had to focus more on the academy. So he's a teacher before a police officer. So, like you said, coming back to your question, staging the football aspect in a bigger platform was actually back of my mind, but I was trying to do it at not the detriment of my own academic pursuit.
Yeah, it's so beautiful to hear that your father actually encouraged you, because for most other kids that might not be the case. Because imagine going back home and telling your parents you want to be a professional footballer. That's something that those of us from that part of the world, from Africa and from particularly Nigeria, I don't think most parents before now would want their kids to play professional football. But you are doing so well, so your dad is definitely where he is. By the grace of God, is proud of you. At what point did you think that, oh, I think I'm going to be a professional footballer? At what stage of career did you say, oh, I think I'm going for the big stage?
Okay. Still coming back to my dad, you understand? Because he played a very big role in what I am today, and I will give him kudos for that. Like what I said the aspect of my own education, you understand? I remember the very first time I wrote my first exam, I got mine. He was pissed, you understand, because he said, if not, I lost a little bit focus, I would have gotten more than the cut of my, that was it. He wanted me to go to Uniben. I also wanted to go to Uniben. So I told him, don't worry, I will try and make it up next of which I did everything possible to make sure that I not only got the admission, but I got my preferred course, which was petroleum engineering in the University of Benin. So coming back to when I knew I would play in a bigger platform, was when I was in school. I was hearing names in his school team there from 100 level. You understand? Like the person like Eyi, Adebayo, Joyce, and other persons better. Those guys were playing TU and Salvation. All those guys were playing in the school team there. So I think 100 level semester, I just like normal people now. I just went to field and then I played a game against the engineering faculty team. They were like, this boy is a new player. I said, yes, I just only came. Okay, they said, just be coming to train. I said, I'm not that chance. But they kept encouraging me. Then before I knew it, I had to start, and I went to their training like 2 or 3 times before they drafted me in their school team in their VC games. That was when I got noticed. Then I'll be playing street football, coming up and everything, but I've not actually played a bigger platform, or rather in a bigger atmosphere whereby you have crowd. But from that very onset, being a QB, understand, I was able to absorb the pressure. That was when I told myself, like, oh, bro, if I can do it to crowd, even if it's an academic sim, you understand. But I feel I have what it takes to be a professional footballer. So what I did was that I tried to strike a balance between academics and football when I was in school. I usually go to a sports complex to do some personal training and all whatnot, and then after that I'll go back to school. And then I was able to try and strike a balance between academic and myself. So most times after the academics, I will have to go to sports complex. Coming back from a sports complex, no time to read. So I made that. I usually go to night class almost every day except weekends. So that was how I think I was able to strike a balance. Even as at 300 level, I even got a try. I couldn't take the risk because I was already halfway gone in my education. So we went for Nuga game 2017. Played very well. I think I was scoring the pre-Nuga. I scored 2 goals in the we were knocked out 2017. Came back. I won the highest scorer of the VC twice. So play all this in space of in where we have crowds. So and I was able to absorb the pressure, take the lessons, understand it.
Yes, that was actually going to lead me to my next question about your participation in these different football tournaments, especially as a Uniben student. You played for Dean's Cup in your faculty, played VC games. Then you represented the university for the HIFL, Higher Institution Football League. I remember I watched you play then. And how did all these tournaments, how did they prepare you for where you are right now?
Like I said, you asked me a simple question just like, how did I knew I would become a professional footballer? So that's what I said from the onset, right from school, when I feel that in terms of crowd, I love to the crowd what I can do with the ball without the ball, not being scared of what to do with the ball. So I knew that I think I have what it takes to at least come out and play in a bigger scene. So now, the school environment, they might say is a comfort. But when we went outside for the Nuga and I was able to show myself and then did very well, then I knew that, bro, maybe if I give it a shot and do well for myself in this career. And I was naturally not in my academics too, you understand? To tell you how my dad played a bigger role, even those our HIFL game, our physical final, my dad always present at the stadium coming to watch my game, you understand? If my the first time I retired, I will have to send it to him. So he knows that I am backing behind in both sides. You understand? So, it was actually the HIFA game that made me got noticed by Bendel Insurance. Many persons never knew this. You understand? We were preparing for HIFA games. You understand? The first edition of HIFA games in August. Then, if you knew them, Bendel Insurance was using labels. They trained them every day. So it also Uncle said we have to organize a training match in Bendel Insurance and Uniben. I think we played. They defeated us 2-0. Yeah. So what we did was that I played first half that very day. So immediately after, coach made changes, trying to check some other players that they are still doing.
Yeah.
It was great. Now that was where this man called Coach Monday Odigye. That was the former coach. Meeting was like, what's your name? I told him my name. How old are you? I told him my. He said, Are you Benin? But I said yes. I said, okay. You want to Bendel insurance? I said, why not? I can play. I want to play. I said, but now I'm fine. I can't. It can't be at the detriment of my education. So okay, no problem. I just left. After 2 days, he called me back. He was like, Alpha, why can you resume tomorrow? Just to the next 3 months, I don't think I will have even a single time because then I was in my final. How to do project work, class work, many activities and all whatnot. So I told him, sir, this time around, I won't see. I'm going to come this far, but come and get an extra. I told you that, sir, I can't do. I just told him. He was surprised, and I will know I will be able to risk it. And I said, but I know myself. So I told him, so, okay, no problem. If we have not resumed by then, I will call you back. You understand? And then okay, I think 2018 October/November. Then I was back home. I got a call from the assistant coach. He was like, they starting in Bendel Insurance. That was when I came. I saw crowd. We were more than 200 because they were getting the promotion. So the first Premier League. Yeah. So they need experienced player and other players. So when I newly came, there was this boy going to play. This is a young coming from school team and all those things. I can't meet up and all those stuff. I saw the crowd. First of all, I was like, bro. But then next thing I came to myself, I said, wow. I said I want to. Now this is the platform.
This is the platform.
You understand? This is the platform you have made so much sacrifice to come this far
to this stage. Yeah.
So I told myself, I said, no, it's not going to be possible. So I remember vividly where I gave him my best. Then I with them for 2 months, not 1 month. I insurance for 2 months, and every day they usually slash the list every day. For example, if you play, we'll train every day. I will play every day. So if you play 2 aside today, immediately at the end of the training, they will call the list. You like 5 or 7 persons don't come again. So that was how they were doing it for 2 good months.
Oh, whoa. So every time they publish the list, you just put your name is not there. You just put your
You understand? It's like I was literally now I knew then that I was actually playing well. Like, you understand? It got to a point when I was there, I never thought of the list again. I was like, bro, is a big exposure for you, understand?
Yeah.
Just live the moment. You make it. If you don't make it, you're not a failure. This is going to be a bigger platform for you, understand? Yeah. But doing very well, you understand? Because one thing I do for myself is that when I go to a new place, I tend to look at my surrounding, look at the people playing my position, what I feel they are doing better and what they are doing I'm not doing. I tend to try to add it to my game, trying to refine my game in a more mature way. So when I guess that was when they were looking at and they saw that this guy has a little maturity he has, you understand? Definitely not every in that dream, you understand? Yeah. Some of the coaches in that dream, some of the other coaching crew never thought. They said this is a school football. This one I don't know how to play football. And school football, they can't play school football. You understand? Yeah. You think this is a pickup or the all those kind of stuff. That was what some of them were still saying behind my back, but I never cared. You understand? Yeah. The major reason was from the assistant coach encouraging me. Even sometimes, you can't be perfect all the time. So sometimes you made a mistake in the training, but they never cared. Until one very day, they had one striker there. Sorry, you understand? No. I had to try them. So they had one striker then called Charles Achimene. It was their former player, rather their player. So they said they have their own list now. It was now remaining me and the other striker. The other guys, they are either they drop him and pick me, or they pick and drop me.
Whoa.
You understand?
That was a big call. Someone
you understand?
Team.
That very day, they now said some coaches or rather some coaching crew we're for the other guy. Why 2 or 3? We're just for okay. Let's try this boy. I think we need to try and encourage him. You understand? I want to likes encouraging young boys. You understand? Yeah. So you understand? So what he now said, he said, okay, in order not to disagree with the other boy, he said what will happen is that we'll play a training match tomorrow. We'll put this guy here, put the other guy here.
Yeah.
He performs more. We make the list. Understand? So that was. See, funny enough, I never knew. This was one of my teammates there, Benin. That was one of my best friend in Bendel Insurance. don't talk. We don't talk. You understand? I was doing screening. Most of them were Bendel insurance player. I don't know them.
Yeah.
We only say hi, hi, hi. And one day, that very morning, he just came and met me. Said, "Bro, Alpha, when I went to ease myself yesterday, I overheard them saying that they are going to play a training match. This is your day. You have to try and do well so that they select you today. You understand?"
Yeah.
So I had to try, pray to God. I did. God, so 20 minutes, I scored 2 goals in 20 minutes. You understand? That match, our side, we won.
Yeah.
But then after coach told me, said, you go to your house, go and bring your bag and come to the camp. That was just it.
Go.
And to God be the glory. That season, first season, I insurance. I won. I just score in just 3 games. 7 goals in 3 games to win the FA Cup in Benin insurance.
Yeah.
I got to quarterfinal in the FA Cup. I was the insurance highest scorer in the FA Cup, national FA Cup, about 4 goals.
Yeah.
And then I had 2 goals and 5 assists in the league that season.
Yeah. Yes. I want to talk about your time in Benin Insurance, your time with the club. Like you just rightly said, you played and you won the FA Cup. You scored. I think you scored in the final, if I can remember.
Yeah,
the lone goal. How was your time generally at Bendel Insurance? How did you? Now you just narrated how you got in. Then generally, how was your time at Bendel Insurance? Because that's our football club. We're so passionate about that club. You tell us from inside, how was your time generally with Bendel Insurance?
Like Bendel Insurance is a traditional club in the whole state. We all grew up. I grew up to know about Bendel Insurance from my dad. So he used to mention big names. You understand? We mention big names. You understand? Which them bars, them shots, Mondial
yeah.
I got all these big players from my dad. So when I got to insurance, I was not hearing those names again. It was no longer a news. You understand? I was already used to the name. You understand? So when I got in, I got to know that this is a pressure club whereby they are trying to go back to the former glory way. You understand? They lost that spot for a whole long time. So they are trying to get back to that particular glory days. They were trying to get back to that glory days. So they were trying to get a particular formidable team whereby that will get them to that particular stage. At least make them know that they get something. My stay in the insurance, I spent 4 years. I got 2019 January.
Yeah, and I think you went to Wiki Tories in between us. Yeah.
Yes. Last year, another day. I don't know if time permits us.
No, please let's talk about it. What happened at Wiki Tories? It appears there's an interesting story that went on at Wiki Tories.
I'm funny. No, it wasn't only Wiki Tories though. It wasn't Wiki Tories. I think how would I say? I actually prefer not being I don't know if you understand. I like challenges a lot. Like if you want to grow, you need to fail, make some errors, and then from it. So when I was in insurance, the first year I played the league with insurance. I got many offers. You understand? From outside, I got many offers. I had Bar coming for me. I have Kano Pillars coming for me. I have Kano Pillars, Bar, Rivers, and Sunshine. Then my first year when I played Bendel Insurance, and then it was an abridged league we played. So insurance got relegated to 2nd division.
Yeah.
So getting relegated and then still getting some good offers from the 1st division is a whole plus. That to are doing something good.
Yeah.
And so I told myself, wow, that means it was not that bad. Let me go and try outside again. But I told myself, no, this is the first year. At least I had to reward them for what they did for me. I had to reward them with another year. At least helping them to get promotion. I said no. At least that way I will learn more. So I stayed with the throughout that 2019 / November, January. I was already the 10th highest scorer in the 2nd division before doing that COVID. So in between, I was doing my service. You understand? But I took leave from the insurance. Like they gave me 3 weeks around November 2019. So I had to go for my 3 weeks
NYC camp. Yeah.
And I deployed back to Benin. So during that period, we were playing the league and all those stuff before the COVID started March 2020. So we have to stop for almost about 5 or 6 months. So when we resume back again, I continue with the show. By then, league was already dysfunctional. They were about to start a new league like that. So and then I was still getting offers. I was still getting some offers. So I just said, okay, I wanted to give a full year, but as it stands now, it seems the second round is stagnant. The first division is starting, at least, and I'm still getting offer. Then Lobby Stars came for me. Lobby Stars of Macaulay. So I said, okay, let me just go start. Let me go and acquire some experience. So I went to Lobby. I stayed with Lobby Stars for like 5 months, but then insurance refused to release my clearance because I signed 3 years with them. So hoping that they will allow me to go when Lobby Stars promised them 3 million naira for my clearance, but insurance was saying, especially Sharif, they said no. They said that money is too small. So I was there. I was still hoping that they will pay, but when it dawned on me that they are not going to pay the money, so what I did was I had to come back. I came back to insurance. I was not playing. You understand? So we got promoted. We got to Super 8.
Yeah.
I was the second highest scorer in Super 8. I scored about 3 goals in 2 games. But we lost out. Because that year, Shooting Stars and Remo Stars promoted. 2020, 2021. You understand? So when we got back, I was playing, preparing for the preseason, and then Wiki Tourist came again. I had Aqua. So my mind was, it's not as if I was not comfortable. I was very, very comfortable. I was doing well in Bendel insurance and all those stuff. In fact, to tell you how sincere they were, they even had to draft me to one state. Imagine you hire people that have been there for like 10 years, like Charles Omokaro, Okai, Maurice. You were not drafted to be one of the highest paid with them. You understand what it means? A young boy.
Yeah.
Like the Shaibu just loved me, like he loved my kind of energy, the kind of boy, everything you have me among the highest. I was very, very happy. But still, even when I was still there, that was when I still had the hunger to move, you understand? So the man was hungry. Why do you want to win? Why do you want to live now? Everything you want, we are giving it to you here.
Yeah.
Other person there, I think, because then our highest pay was 250,000, and I was among the highest pay. We just for to tell you how just it was about 45.
Do they come weekly or monthly?
They actually got paid weekly.
Okay. So they come monthly.
Yes, this was far back 2022. I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
Okay. So far back 2022. So then after the preseason, I just woke up one day after training. I just told Coach Monday, I said, I'm going to Wiki Tourist. The man was hungry. Where are you going? After I
what was catchy for you in Wiki Tourist? Look at the other offers you've had as well. You had from Eyimba, from Kano Pillars, but you went to Lobby Stars. Then now Wiki Tourist. What was that enticing thing that made you to choose Wiki Tourist?
I think the environment, first of all. You understand? Like I said, I like challenge a lot, and then when I was growing up, I was not a traveler. You understand? So I was always, you understand, in my comfort zone. I confined around Benin and all the.
Okay, so it was just you exploring new environments, basically.
So explore a new environment, one, and secondly, and then I wanted to get noticed. Capture that word, and then I feel a place where I can get noticed is actually one of all those northern clubs. If you get a good playing time, you understand.
Okay.
And then one of the major reasons the Eyimba and River that there was have a whole lot of good caliber of players. Eyimba is one of
that position, yeah.
In that particular position, you understand. Eyimba, as at now, Eyimba can sign up to about 60 players. In your position alone, you can have up to about like 7 natural number 9. You understand?
Yeah.
So the competition is very long. Not only long, sometimes it's the experience is what counts more. You understand? Number of players.
Yeah.
The league for like 17 years, 18 years. You understand? You are just had a year.
Yeah.
They'll can tell you that you still have a whole lot of things to learn. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I needed. I want to get I want to hop and be running, you understand? So I needed that particular environment. So that was what far not Wiki Tourist about you. Everything was going on those notes. Before you know, I got served a letter of suspension from NFF that Wiki Tourist to clear my paper rather than insurance my paper. So then they had to send me my original clearance. I still have a year contract with insurance. I have to come back and finish it. Yeah. I argue, so I have to come back.
Yeah, they actually love you. They were not ready to let you go.
that was the one. That was the one because I was the only player they were always pushing and trying to bring back. Other players would leave. Okay,
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Maybe they feel they felt the importance of how I was in the attacking position
Yeah,
for them.
in a positive way, I think, yeah, it was kind of good. They just show that was the way they could show that they value your contribution to the team. And
Yeah.
let's talk about, you have made mention about your love for your academic. You did not allow football. You love football, but you don't allow football to get in between your academics. Are you going, do you intend to go back to your engineering degree after football?
That decision is something I'm still thinking now. You understand? I I'm trying to buy. You understand? I I have been in this football scene for a whole lot of time now, and I feel I might do well in this football scene. Maybe into going to the football management agency and the rest.
No.
But that not before, not now, because well, the major reason actually when I was even pushing to even go out, they were going to for the Ruby Stars, was the fact that
Yeah.
with the first league, you can easily get noticed by agents to get a proper contract outside. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's the major reason. Not as if they were pushing me from my home. You understand? I just wanted to get like that. So that was actually the major reason I wanted to take the boot by the home. So and then I got it. I got some good offers then outside. You understand? But it didn't work. It didn't put through.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when I became insurance ISO scorer 2023 and second ISO scorer in the league 2023, I had some offers. But Nigeria embassy and the rest, visa denial and the rest. So he actually put me down. So until I've even given up, say that maybe that season has already finished. Let me just finish with insurance. When the offer of UAE came, I said, okay, let me just try it up after a year or two.
Yeah.
If I from here, I can move to the bigger mainstream Europe. So that was why I came. You understand? Even when I make some inquiries about the academics, and I make so a whole lot of inquiries about the academic, but I found out that the academic here is quite expensive compared to the mainstream Europe. You understand?
Yeah.
And the courses that they don't offer. So and the time frame is not that flexible. It's not that flexible. So I feel, like I said, the academic aspect is still very, very paramount to me. I would definitely
That's
only
good to hear. That's good to hear. And lastly, you have your BNG from Uniben. You have your certificate from Uniben. Uniben gave you that platform because you mentioned that it was during your time playing the higher institution football league that you were noticed by Bendel Insurance. What other thing did you learn from Uniben?
I learned many Uniben. Uniben, I would say, you found wording in character in your certificate, you understand? So I guess bad life general was actually straight in Uniben. I get to mingle with the good, the bad, the ugly. So yes, the aspect of proper management of time, I got to learn it in Uniben. You understand? So I got to document many stuff, activities that I feel will happen even in the nearest future. You understand? What will happen to you have to define your destiny, just living life as it stands. So I felt I had learned a whole lot of many things. You understand? And notwithstanding, make some good friends, classmates, you understand?
Yeah.
That might be very important to you in life.
Yeah, I agree.
You understand? So I learned a whole lot. A whole lot.
Thank you so much, Imade. It has been wonderful speaking with you. I really appreciate you for creating time. You're a busy man, a professional footballer. You guys are always busy, but you still gave your time to grant this interview. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you for having me. Keep it on, Ross. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. I've been speaking with Imade Osare, who is a professional footballer who plays his trade in Dubai, a place for United FC. He is a former Bendel insurance striker. He also played for the University of Benin school team on for several tournaments. Continue to subscribe to our channel. We'll bring you more exclusive interviews of Uniben alumni. Bye for now.
1970, we sure we did the forefront. Knowledge for self is for sure we did the world. Auditorium to basement of all faculty of law.